July 18, Caylee Anthony takes on her mother, Cindy, brother Lee, and friend, Christina.
Hey,
Mom.
Hey, sweetie.
Well, I just saw your nice little cameo on TV.
Which one?
What do you mean, which one?
Which one? I did 4 different ones, and I don't know. I haven't seen them all. I've only seen 1 or 2 so far.
You don't know what my involvement is and stuff?
Casey.
Mom.
What?
No.
I don't know what your involvement is, sweetheart. You're not telling me where she's at.
Because I don't know where she's at. Are you kidding me?
Casey, don't waste your call.
No.
Scream and holler at me.
Hey.
Hey, can you give me Tony's number?
I can do that. I don't know what real good it's going to do at this point.
Well, I'd like to talk to him anyway.
Okay.
Because I called to talk to my mother, and it's a waste. Oh, by the way, I don't want any of you coming up here when I have my first hearing for bond and everything else. Like, don't even waste your time coming up here.
You think Kaylee's okay right now?
My gut feeling, as Mom asked me yesterday, and even her they asked me last night, the psychologist asked me this morning that I met with through the court, in my gut she's still okay. And it still feels like she's close to home.
Okay.
So, I mean, that's still my best feeling at the moment. Again, if that changes, I mean, obviously I'm going to reach out and say something immediately, but I know Mom will understand this better than anyone, that there's that type of bond that you have with your kids.
Right.
And it's, you know, it's unexplainable.
How come everybody's saying that you're not upset, that you're not crying, that you show no caring of where Caylee is at all?
I'm not sitting here crying every 2 seconds because I have to stay composed to talk to detectives, to make other phone calls, to do other things. I can't sit here and be crying every 2 seconds like I want to. I can't. I know you're on my side. I'm not trying to...
Nobody is saying anything bad about you. Your family is with you 100%.
No, they're not. That's bullshit because I just watched the news and heard everything that my mom said. Nobody in my own family is on my side.
Yes, they are. Nobody has said...
They just want Caylee back. That's all they're worried about right now, is getting Caylee back. And you know what? That's all I care about right now.
When we come back, police say Mom Caylee Anthony refuses to cooperate in the search for her little girl. Investigators show George and Cindy Anthony photos of little Caylee visiting her great-grandfather. Photos from Mom Casey's laptop. They were taken June 15, Father's Day weekend. The pictures confirm Caylee was seen after June 9. The date the tot mom tells cops Caylee was kidnapped.
You last saw her June the 9th?
Monday.
Do you remember what y'all did on June the 8th? I can't think of what I did, but anything significant?
I think I might have been at Tony's. I think my mom took Caylee to see her parents in Mount Dora. She either took her up there that Saturday or that Sunday. It's my boyfriend's apartment.
Oh, okay. So that was like a day visit?
For my parents or for my mom, yeah. When my mom goes up there, even just by herself or with my dad, or I go up there with her.
Your baby went up there with your mom to see her parents?
See her great-grandparents.
Yeah.
You are seeing the last known images of little Caylee. The same day the Anthonys see these stunning photos, the grandparents turn over toothbrushes, a hairbrush, a comb, Caylee's oral thermometer, all for DNA.
There were some items that they felt that was of interest to the case. However, we're not going to be able to discuss as to exactly what was removed. But as you noticed, Mr. Anthony went with the detectives over there, and again, indicative of the cooperation that the family is having with us.
That evening at the Orange County Jail, cops execute a search warrant and collect DNA samples, including hair from Caylee Anthony. July 22, bombshell evidence emerges. A bond hearing for Caylee Anthony goes down.
As to these charges, I would say it is substantial. In fact, it basically includes a confession from her that she's lying about the investigation. Not a bit of useful information has been provided by Ms. Anthony. as to the whereabouts of her daughter, I would point out that the Truth and Ms. Anthony are strangers.
On the stand, grandparents George and Cindy.
Do you need a moment?
Yeah, it's the first time I see Caylee or Casey in a week. Go ahead. Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
All right.
Yeah.
Can you state your name and relationship to Caylee Anthony?
Cynthia M. Marie Anthony. I'm her mother.
Okay. So what about after she's been incarcerated? Have you had an opportunity to speak with her?
No, sir, I have not. This is the first time I've seen my daughter since then.
Are you a close family?
I hope we are. I believe we are.
Brother Lee.
We connect on a level above it. Anybody else, we love each other unconditionally. And we can tell each other things that we may not feel comfortable telling anybody else, even our own family members.
And for the state, the lead detective.
There was a talk that there was a very bad smell inside the car. After speaking to Casey extensively, after listening to all the stories, after trying to follow up all these leads, obviously we started having to look elsewhere and see if we could obtain information elsewhere. And I remembered that somebody had mentioned there was a very bad odor in the car. So we asked Mr. Anthony, Miss Anthony, if we could go ahead and seize the car, look for evidence inside of it. Mr. Anthony signed an affidavit allowing us to do so.
July 22, police questioned the Tot Mom's live-in, Tony Lazaro.
I got a call to come pick her up, that she ran out of gas and where she was. And she said that she ran out of gas at that corner and that somebody helped her push her car into the Amscot. So then I went and picked her up.
No child that night before?
No child with her at all. She had some groceries and some clothes.
Where were the groceries from?
They weren't actually groceries from the store, it was from her house. She had some freezer pops and like some Tyson chicken or something to make for dinner that night.
From Grandma's house?
Yeah. Because there wasn't any bags, it just looked like normal plastic bags.
Detectives learn about Mom Casey's lifestyle, her movements, her very thinking in the days and weeks leading up to and immediately following Caylee's disappearance.
She actually used to say that she was getting ready to not live at her house anymore with her child.
Where was she going to go?
No particular place.
Okay.
She was just looking to move out because she was 22 and wanted to get her own place.
July 26 and 29, Brother Lee sends investigators emails to prove babysitter Zenaida Gonzalez does exist, and to prove Caylee Anthony did hold down jobs. But senior execs at Kodak and Color Vision, where Mom Casey claims to work, confirm her stories don't pan out. She hasn't worked at Kodak since 2005. Caylee Anthony even goes as far as allegedly faking a Universal Studio email address.
When the police do get involved, okay, when your parents involve the police in an attempt to locate your child because they're worried, the first thing you do, okay, is you lie to the detective whose job it is to try to find your daughter and get her back into safe hands, okay? You give him all kinds of bad addresses to look at, right? Okay, so far I'm on track, correct? Okay, then you bring us out to Universal where you say you work in an office to try to help find stuff that will help us find your daughter. I'm on track so far, okay? And we get here, we walk all the way down the hall to where you tell us you don't really work here. You don't have an office here, okay? So far everything I've said is true, correct?
According to police, the email was bogus. Universal confirms there is no such person and says the email address is a fake.
And I can tell you now that everything you told me is a lie. Everything that you've told me this morning from Zenny, from the addresses, from Universal, from all these people that you've talked to, including people that you never told me their names, and I found them and talked to them. You know, everything that you've told me this morning is a lie. Every single thing. There's one of two options right now. You need to tell me the truth, and we can work with that. Or if you continue down this path and continue lying, I can tell you that when this snowball gets at the bottom of the hill, the only person that's going to get hurt is you.
That's not true. A lot of people around you will get hurt.
Your
a lot
parents.
of people are hurting right now. And
you know what? One person put a stop to that.
I've been trying.
July 30, the appeals court, Daytona Beach, denies the defense demand to lower Tot Mom's $500,000 bond. Mom Casey stays put behind bars in a private cell. July 31, detectives sit down with grandmother Cindy to go over a timeline surrounding Caylee's disappearance.
I talk to her every day. I talk to her every day.
Every day you talk to the baby? Or
No,
just
no, I didn't. I stopped talking to Caylee. The last day I talked to Caylee was the 15th. I did not have a conversation with Caylee after that. No.